Demir yesterday during media said that today was like the start of a new season for you guys. Obviously, you pick up the win. What do you think what do you think this win can do to kind of galvanize you guys for maybe the next few weeks?
That's all going to be told next week, because just because we won tonight does not give us any guarantees for next week. I thought it was a gritty performance at times. I thought it was a very well played performance by us sometimes, and I thought it was a bit nervy at sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points. So, again, I'm asked that question from you and from a lot of people all the time over the last 20 years. What can this do for the future? I don't have that answer. That's yet to be seen. I thought one thing that bringing on 2 players like Nani and Dwyer at the end of the game, I thought we contained them really well. I thought we got back. I thought we did enough to deny them at times. But before that, we could have put the game away, I think, a little bit more. But we took two excellent chances.
Sam Johnson obviously scored that first goal. He obviously a threat and danger to get him behind defenses. Maybe talk about a little about his goal, but then just that threat that he poses to defenses because of his speed.
Well, his goal, if you look at the whole play in his goal, if I could use one snapshot of an example that personifies what I want out of my players, that's it. He makes a great run. He slips and falls down and gets right back up and determined to continue the play, and he gets the reward out of it. The determination that he showed, the not giving up, and the excellent finish. I thought it was possibly, out of the chances he had last game and a couple of chances this game, I thought it was possibly his toughest ask on that goal, and he put it away. So I'm happy for him. Hopefully this is going to breed more confidence into him, and he'll continue to provide goals for us.
Did you feel like you guys had the right balance of trying to play the ball in behind him and then maybe countering that by using, with Orlando backing up, kind of playing into that space? Do you feel like you had a good balance with that tonight?
At times, I thought, but also in the first half, at times, I thought we could have played a bit more behind their defense. We could have been a bit more on the front foot and aggressive. And the times that we did, we had our opportunities, and we got the goal. I thought that we played a bit too negatively in the first half. But we retained possession, but I think we could have been a bit more threatening. Having said that, I'm proud of the guys for the work they put in tonight and for getting the result.
How much did starting Donny Toya have to do with the fact that he used to play for Orlando City and he knows some of the personnel?
Probably less than 1%, but there is that little bit of percentage, of course. I mean, I've been traded 2 times in the league. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3 times in the league. And every time I played my former team, I was up. I really wanted to be up for it. But, that again, I made mention weeks ago, this is not Hollywood movie, It's not starting a guy who's going to become Rudy and we're going to carry him off the field. But a lot went into that decision. But, of course, there was a tiny bit in the back of your mind. I think he probably has something to prove against him.
Justin Glad getting his first start of the year. What did you see from him? What did he bring into this game?
It was important for us to get minutes for Justin last week with the Monarchs. You needed to get him some game minutes to be ready for when he was called upon. I'm not going to lie and tell you that he was penned in to start after the Monarchs game last week. I was looking forward to a very good competition between him, Natum, Marcelo, and Nick. Marcelo got hurt, so it made the decision obvious for us. And I thought Justin did very well with his first game back.
And having a guy like Nick Beasler on your bench that you can go to early in the game when Everton Louise has to come out, just I don't want to say the depth, but the fact that guys already know their role, what's expected, and can come in and execute, how important is that for this group?
It's extremely important, I mean, you guys, plus Brian Dunseth, plus my general manager, who I love, keep reminding me how much depth I have and how great it is to have all this. Well, it's not great unless they are ready to step on the field when their name is called and show what they're capable of. And I think Nick showed last year I think he might have been, if you break down the stats and the percentages, we might have been the most successful when Nick's on the field last year, no matter what position he played. I believe someone said that to me. So when Nick at the end got kicked, immediately we said if he has to come out, we have no more subs left. Nick Biesler's going in the goal because he's able to play so many positions and he's a trooper. So it's unfortunate that Everton got the knock that he had. I don't know how serious it is, and he's a big player for us. But Nick's mature, he's professional, and he's experienced. So him coming on there, I thought he did a good job.
Do you have an update on Everton's injury?
No. No idea. I know it's around his knee somewhere in that area. We'll get an MRI.
From a defensive perspective, did you feel like the back four looked a little more confident with a left footer playing at left back and a right footer playing at right back?
It's funny you say that because and this is again a challenge, and this is again the respect that I have for these players, because I thought Aaron being more comfortable on the right side, being a right-sided player, he would have been more confident playing forward and going forward. And I thought I expect more out of Aaron in a respectful way. If I thought that he's not capable of it, I'd answer this question, yeah, he was good. But I expect and I think he's capable of more. And I thought Donnie at times did well playing forward, but at times, maybe it was his first game with us starting. Maybe it was a bit of nerves, but I thought those two could have played forward a bit more. But to answer your question, it's always good to have a left-footed player on the left and a right-footed player on the right.
As we saw Donnie and Aaron get forward sometimes, we saw the midfield do a good job kind of cycling through and backfilling their positions. Is that tactical wrinkle something we're going to see more of throughout the season, or is that more specific to today in Orlando style of play?
I'm always encouraging my outside. No, let me rephrase that. I'm telling my outside backs in the right times and what times they are to get forward and be a part of the attack, and then what has to happen in transition. I thought tonight there was glimpses of it. I thought when Brooks has played over the last, I think it was 39 games, he started for us to 38. He's an offensive-minded player and he gets forward. And again, transition is one of the biggest parts of this sport, if not many sports, most sports. And in those moments when a key player from the defense is out, you have to fill in. And of course, we talk about those things and work on them. And I thought that Albert and Jefferson did a really good job tonight at times.
I understand it's still early days, but what do you make of Sam Johnson's defensive effort?
At times when he's up there on an island by himself, I think he does well. As far as when he plays as a lone striker, his only job is to follow the center backs and keep it on one side when the opportunity arises. And I think he does a good job with that. Tonight we tried to press him a little differently, and his defensive responsibility changed a bit. But early on, I thought we did well. I thought it got away from us a little bit. But Sam's an honest player, and he's a hard worker. So I never have a question since he's been here, the work he's going to put in defensively.
Mike, how did you like Sava's nutmeg pass to Krylock?
I don't recall it. Sava's for the goal? Yeah. Oh, for the goal. I'm thinking in the midfield. What are you talking about? Listen, Jefferson's a special player on attack, you know, and that's something that didn't come by accident. That's something that he had in his mind, I'm sure, a split second or two before that happened. It doesn't surprise me. What I'm more concerned about, more challenging Jefferson, is his defensive work rate. And tonight I think that he responded well after a week that I put the screws to him a little bit in practice a couple of days this week, and I think he responded a bit today. So his nutmeg pass for Krylik was, to be honest, like I said, I didn't remember it because it doesn't surprise me with Jefferson.